Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm your host, Oscar424, with occasional guest appearances from Frey, who probably just heard barking right now because she's downstairs and has a loud bark, and a sleeping Galahad. So, FYI, if you're curious what's coming up on Hotfix, before I tell you, you should also check out this week's schedule in break time. Not right now, but later on. But you can check out the whole full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix. But in terms of our schedule, I'm playing with twos here because 2 is a fun number and 2. I don't know. Anyway, we've got an awesome show today. We have Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the International Crime Syndicate. That's harder to say than you'd think. We have Resident Evil 2 Remake, Chrono Trigger, Sonic Riders, and kicking things off is the always fun Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC. All 3 episodes with the ever lovely sweet Peeves. Hello, Peeves. How are you doing today? Tonight? Something. Time of day.
It is past my bedtime. It is past my bedtime, but we are going to be reading some fan fiction today in Alan Wake 2 Night Springs. And we are looking at a close-up here of Rose Marigold. So let me just go ahead and get out of here and go back to the main menu. So this is Alan Wake 2. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's, it's Remedy Entertainment,
Yeah, it might ring a bell. I'm not sure. The light switch isn't flicking for me.
Where's the clicker? Show me the clicker. I want to eat it. But Night Springs is the first expansion of Alan Wake 2 itself, the hit sequel to Remedy Entertainment's hit classic, 2020 classic, Alan Wake. Anyway, this is kind of a Twilight Zone parody, and I'll just go ahead and get into it because, we're good. So time is not going to start until the first input when she's walking. So I will go ahead and start this. Doing is changing the difficulty to story because, we're here for a good time.
Agreed.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
As always,
Good luck.
Thank you. And I have this stream up. I'm going to pause it so I don't get distracted. So this is Night Springs, specifically the first episode, which is #1 fan. And I'm going to assume you're not familiar with Alan Wake 2 or Alan Wake lore in general. So I'm not even going to explain anything. Just kidding. This is Rose Marigold, or actually it's more of a double fictionalized version of Rose Marigold, because she is the waitress at the Oh Dear Diner. She is obsessed with Alan Wake. But here in this weird kind of weird, odd. I'm going to say weird. I don't know any synonyms for weird right now. It's past my bedtime. But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's literally so much lore in Alan Wake 2. So Alan Wake, in the start of his career, wrote for a show called Night Springs, which is, of course, a Twilight Zone kind of thing. And Alan Wake is a middle-aged man. He's a wet, scrunkly man. Here you are, Asuka, by the way. Lady with 7 corgis. Almost didn't shout her out. So he is stuck in the dark place. He's trying to write his way out. And one of the ways he tries to write his way out is by writing episodes of Night Springs. And these 3 episodes are just weirdo, what if scenarios, basically. And the first one is about the waitress, Rose Marigold, who is Alan Wake's #1 fan. And she writes a lot of fan fiction. And I really don't have much else to say about this episode. I'll talk a little bit about some combat later on. But I would really love, chat, if you could be an absolute darling and tell me about the last fan fiction you read or wrote or
we're gonna make this our 20th win.
Pretended you didn't actually read, vibes based. Like what would you read if you were somebody who wrote fan fiction?
Really paid off.
The ones that if you actually read it, you would get the bombastic side eye.
Yeah. So just help us out here. Just Rose Marigold is very lewd. She's out and proud. of being, just a fangirl. So here's a fish. And then here's Rose's drawings of Alan Wake. He's a kitty cat boy. He's a wet Borbo. The reason we can look at this is because we're stuck here.
Don't worry. I'm on my way.
There's a question in your chat. Does watching wrestling count?
Yes. My aunt.
Wrestling is like legit fan fiction.
No, yeah. My aunt loves wrestling, and growing up, I would go over there sometimes, she would watch me, and we would watch a lot of wrestling. So I know quite a bit about wrestling from the early to mid to late 90s, so all of the 90s.
Nice.
And yes, Fiona and Cake. If you're reading a fan fiction about Fiona and Cake, that does count. Okay, Battletech fanfic called Opalescent Reflections.
Sonic Star Wars parody. I am intrigued.
Yeah. Please tell me about that. Final Fantasy VII fanfic back in the day. Okay, was it a fix-it fic? Was it a ship fic? Like, was it,
I was leaving my old life behind.
Like, I'll openly admit, way back in the high school days, see, I wrote Xenogears fan fiction.
You
like
wrote
sides.
Xenogears.
So yeah.
Okay.
For someone that pretty much is known for mostly awful and silly games, my favorite game of all time is Xenogears.
Is it?
And, oh yeah, I wrote a lot of like side story fanfics based on Sainuzuki, who's like my favorite. That is totally legally distinct. Oh my god! Thank you. I was like words. That one.
When they were doing promo for this game, and they were on Finnish TV because it's a Finnish studio, one of the interviewers thought that this was Keanu Reeves.
Wait, what? There was John Wick's dog.
Yeah, okay, so the bad boy is a werewolf. Spoiler alert.
Huh.
All right, so this is the first combat encounter, so I need to shoot. Come on. Hello? There we go. All right, big boy doesn't come out until there's only one little guy left. So that was a pretty easy encounter. And then what we're doing is Rose has to rescue her darling Ryder. So her darling Ryder's been kidnapped. That's what the fish on the wall said to us earlier. Blunked and you missed it. But so Rose has to find her darling Ryder, but she's up against the bad boy, who is a slightly less handsome version of her Ryder. And she's facing off against these evil haters. So these are haters, and they're evil. And they're the kind of people who leave bad reviews. They call his writing bad and absurd and stinky. And so I hope none of you, unless you're reading a book that just sucks, I hope none of you are review bombing a book. I mean, I guess there's like some series of books you should be review bombing, but like other than that,
Keep it friendly.
Keep it friendly. People are doing their best out there.
If Fiona and Cake were 90s WWF tag team, which one would they be?
Okay, I don't actually remember anything. Ask me 5 years ago, and I would have been able to answer that.
I will answer with the only tag team that mattered to me back in the day, and that's the APA. So for those that know the APA, get that back pain checked out. Otherwise,
no, 20 minutes ago, I couldn't remember how old I was. I'm 35.
This is true.
I forgot how old.
Like, age is relative.
Age is pretty relative. So we think our darling Ryder is in the cabin, but spoiler alert, he's not. It's a trap.
Beloved voice.
Wait a minute.
It's like, yeah. I'm sorry, go on.
Well, I was just saying, the reason I've got the subtitles so big is, they're funny. Just want to make sure everybody knows. Shut up. All right, me and my bike were just enjoying the view. That's my favorite line.
What do you even see in that?
You are going to tell me where he is.
So we're asking, like, where's our darling Ryder?
You asked for it. You
And then, well, it turns out Turns out he's at a mansion in an attic, locked in an attic, and then we have to go rescue him. So we're coming up again. I'm stuttering tonight. It's because I'm eepy. We are coming up on the last.
That's because Alan Wake is normally Alan Sleep. So
It's true. It's Alan Sleep. Sleepy Peebs instead of Sweet Peebs. We're coming up on the boss fight, and you're like, wait a minute, it's only been however many minutes into the run. How can we have the boss fight? Well, so it's the boss fight of this episode, and also it's the only boss fight in the run. So right now we're gonna skip a cutscene where she talks to Alan, her darling writer, but her darling writer is like a big deer, and he's like, thank you, my number one fan. I knew you'd come and rescue me. And she's like, oh, I love you so much. So basically Rose is, if you've met me, like if you know me, and you know how much I enjoy Alan Wake, that's Rose.
No time to lose. I was
Fair.
That is Rose. So we are coming up on the boss fight here. So I'm gonna explain a little bit. I'm gonna throw this gas canister at his feet, and then it is gonna automatically explode. He's gonna take some damage, and then I'm just gonna try to shoddy blast him, and I'm gonna stay in the middle.
Stop you myself,
Hang on.
I will. Unlike him, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
There we go.
Oh,
Where'd he go? This is like the worst RNG, by the way.
he's a fast bad boy. My motorcycle is also a werewolf.
Yeah, his motorcycle's also a werewolf. Again, this was literally the worst RNG. But so basically, we're gonna stay here in the middle and let these wolves. I'm gonna shoot these hearts out of the way, and then I'm gonna.
Well, I'll say while you're doing that, I'm going to remind everybody that there's a event called Summer Games Done Quick 2025 that's going to be live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, coming up July 6th through 13th. And if you're interested in attending, you need to make sure you register before May 26th. Best friends in chat, you know what I'm going to ask for? Exclamation point, SGDQ in Twitch chat. Right now, become my best friend, or just visit gamesdonequick.com for more info. And you might be able to hear one of the first-time hosts for the first time right now.
Oh, you silly werewolf.
Oh,
You can
Who?
do all those things.
I thought it was that's you,
An
Q.
owl?
You just need to stop wanting to be him.
Oh.
And
Oh?
start wanting to be
What?
you.
It's you.
Me? So tired. No, I'm also tired because I am getting over being sick, and this is so funny. This is my second Hotfix appearance, and it's also my second Hotfix appearance where I've been sick. So, literally over the past 3 years, I've only been sick a handful of times, and I had a Hotfix have been 2 of them. So.
Well, see, that's how you know you're going to be on Hotfix. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting sick.
I'm getting sick. Someone's about to send me a DM. All right.
Oddly specific illness.
All right, so that was the first episode. That cutscene there, she saved her darling writer. They kissed. It was a fade out. So now we're going to come into the second episode, which is, have you played Control? Have you
Yeah, I
taken
have.
control?
Well, maybe not that last part.
Well, this is the Control pretty much retelling. So here is the sibling. It's Jesse Faden. It is the wonderful Courtney Hope back again at the Krispy Kreme. And this episode is all about coffee. So last episode was about fan fiction. This one's about coffee. Please tell me your coffee orders. I know more of you are going to be more willing to share your coffee orders than your fan fiction. So here's Sean Ashmore. Don't worry about it.
You shouldn't be.
That's fine.
I will never explain Sean Ashmore. So the sibling is here looking for her brother here at this scary amusement park where there's a bunch of weird shadowy people. And there's also scary coffee. So this is a scary coffee episode. So please, everyone, tell me your favorite coffee order.
Only if you count those monsters.
I feel like this particular episode was written after Sam Lake had some really bad coffee and was like absolutely offended in the process.
That man, why did I open them? Why did I open that? That man, I think, has a very unhealthy relationship with coffee. Because this is coffee, and
we go from fish to coffee. It's fine.
And then these guys are rude because look at that. Like it is. This is so embarrassing. Okay, here we go. There we go.
One of the coffee options: hot chocolate, hold coffee.
Hot chocolate, hold the coffee. No, those guys, like, you will be 20 feet away and they will still grab you. And it's so stinkerino.
Sure.
So right now we're trying to get into the scary coffee warehouse. And, typical Control fashion, we have to go on a series of several fetch quests to get into the warehouse. First up, we need a videotape.
That is so real.
Yeah, first up, we need a videotape that will return later. Gotta return some videotapes. Anyway, that was a hashtag joke. All right, so.
The security system.
I'm also seeing some good options here: Americano, coffee black, Thai tea, little pistachio flavor pump goes awesome. Y'all ain't pulling out the left field option of tiramisu because that is a fantastic dessert, and I will not take questions on the matter.
I love tiramisu.
Oh, I avoided it for the longest time, and then I tried it, and it's like, well, I will never stop eating this.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I love tiramisu ice cream.
Ooh, yeah. There was this Mexican coffee. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a place I had in downtown Chicago this past weekend that had this like hint of cinnamon to it, and I normally put a little bit of like creamer in my coffee, not much though, but this one drank black and it was fantastic. Oh, so good.
No.
Let her drink her coffee. Get out of my way!
All right, so that was fine because I start the Ferris wheel. The videotape is in gondola 4, and it takes a while. So it's faster to come over here, try to start this. Hang on, I'm gonna get distracted if I keep talking, Cam.
Okay.
3, 4. Okay, so it's because you have to wait all that time. It's faster to take care of the Ferris wheel and then, hang on, I lost my train of thought, and then shoot those dudes, shoot those shadow men. So how you take care of those dudes is you flash them with the flashlight and you break their shield, and then you can shoot them. You can't shoot them until you break their darkness shield, which is annoying. In the base game, you could shoot them in the head or the legs, but in this, they're uncrustable, untouchable.
Also, somebody in chat, thank you so much. It's Cafe de Olla. I could not remember the name of it. And chat, you are smart. I love you.
Those are just sitting here. I had a s'mores iced coffee from Caribou Coffee this morning.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
That does sound fantastic. I'm looking forward to SGQ because I can have more caribou then. Because there's no caribou around here.
There's randomly 2 here.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Now we can.
So come here.
I will in July.
No, here is where I am.
Oh, fair.
Near my house, where I am right now.
Yeah.
Here.
Gestures. Bye.
Gestures. This is my house. Well, it's not my house. I live in it though. All right. So now we have the password that we needed, and we run back to that door.
Awful.
This is a recurring theme. So anytime you see me pick something up, and I say, okay, time to go back to the door. Let me see your best celebration cheer emotes. Anytime I have to run back to the warehouse door, please.
Oh, I 100% have a cheering emote that I know some people love, some people curse, and therefore... See if I can time this right. Put my sumo slappies in chat.
No, I didn't come.
Because I make sense.
Truth.
I live in this house. No. I haunt this house.
I haunt this house. Yes, I haunt this house. All right, now we have to type in the optimal roasting temperature of dark triangle coffee over here. When this came out, we could 487. We could start the game and just run over here and put this code in.
That did it. 400.
But they patched it. They saw us coming. They saw us coming, and they said no time saves for the two of you who play this game. No time saves. We said, okay, Remedy, I trust you. Hi, Abby.
It's like no instant coffee. You have to let it.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, now it's time to try the coffee. We're gonna go taste the coffee in the tasting room. Try to dodge these brood geese. He's pissing me off. Don't piss me off.
But I want coffee. No, my coffee.
No, my coffee. Turn on the tasting room. And it's another...
Here goes nothing.
That's a creepy tasting room.
Yeah, and it's another perfect time for me to sip my water with my hydration powder in it, because this is what's good.
Well, on that case... So since we're talking about like writing stuff and talking fish and coffee, if y'all didn't know, there's something really cool that's happening for the first time at Summer Games Done Quick 2025, and that's going to be an artist alley is going to be there. So if you are an artist, a maker, or indie developer who wants to like join GDQ in Minneapolis, again, make sure you are applying by May 27th, which is super soon. And again, best friends in chat, ! Booth, BOOTH in Twitch chat for more info on that. It is going to be so amazing and so cool, and I'm so excited to see everyone that I'm going to be throwing my wallet at.
Exactly.
All of my money is gone.
I'm very scared about how much money I'm gonna be spending at GDQ.
I've just accepted my fate at this point. Like, it's all gonna be amazing. So just here's the blank check. Just start my tab.
Exactly. All right, now we have done all the fetch quests. Now we can enter the scary coffee warehouse where there's scary coffee mascots. Ah!
Oh my!
If they touch you, so we have to wait here for this guy to go around this corner here to our left. Because if this guy gets you, it's like, ouch, and then it's death. So, and then the lights flash, and then I can start running, and then I go grab this key over here in the corner. It's just a random key in the corner.
Okay.
And then I turn around, and then I go over here. And then I unlock this door. And do you know what happens when I unlock the door?
Ooh.
I go through the door.
Oh.
And then I go down the ladder.
Into the creepy
to this creepy basement with the weird stars.
Sheriff.
And now that's the end of this episode.
Hey.
Again, this was a play on Control. And it's, the hiss and all that stuff. If you haven't played Control, please play it.
Especially because second one eventually is going to be coming out.
That's true. So there is some sort of factoid where Finland drinks a heck of a lot of coffee. I don't know if it's like per capita. I don't know if it's the most or whatever. But there is, and here's the main culprit, Sam Lake himself, the one who is single-handedly putting Finland.
The whole data.
He is coffee's George, basically. He is skewing the data for the entire country of Finland.
Acronyms are cool, right?
I would honestly believe that.
The multiverse. The right vision.
So we are playing Sean Ashmore, actor Sean Ashmore, and we're
We need to set up.
We're in a game created by Poison Pill Entertainment, which is of course the opposite of Remedy Entertainment. Isn't that fun?
It did not click until you just said that, and
Really?
I feel like I need some coffee now. Oh my goodness, you are correct. Question: does Sam Lake exist without a smirk on his face? No.
I don't think he does.
No.
I don't think he does.
That is a permanent smirk.
I had to admire how real the body and the prop looked.
Hello, it's me. I'm Sam Lake. I'm here to show you some mysteries. Like tiny mysteries. Courtney Hope, are you in this game too?
Are
you?
This is another unskippable thing. Perfect time for a sippy sip.
Resting Sam Lake face.
Resting Sam Lake face.
Oh my gosh.
He finally got you.
Are you cast in this game?
Just chilling.
too?
Like
I can't.
sitting.
There are things you need to know. You are in great danger.
Oh my god.
What I tell you.
Oh, bless.
Basically, this episode is just going through different universes, going through the multiverse. I like to call it the Sean Ashmore and the Multiverse of Madness.
I blanked out and I was suddenly someplace.
No, that's a good example or
Yeah.
good explanation right there.
Yeah, it's literally. I mean,
Yeah.
he goes. Yeah,
It's the movie star lifestyle for you.
it's great,
This
you know,
was
and
something else.
and none of this makes
All I remembered
sense
was the red-headed woman at the
if you have not played,
looked familiar.
or
was trying to
even
tell
if you
us
have
something
played,
in the dark.
it might not make sense.
It felt like a dream.
And that's what it's fascinated me about Night Springs when it came out. It's like you were expecting a continuation of Alan Wake 2, especially after the ending of Alan Wake 2. And it's like,
Yeah.
wait, what this?
Method acting
What
right.
these? Wait, what?
It had gone way too far. Okay.
And then we
So
say, thank you, Sam Lake. Thank you, Clay Murphy. Clay Murphy is the lead writer for Night Springs. And
Gotcha.
actually, for our track mode, for Lady Arcaders, I was able to ask him a few questions, actually.
Oh, cool.
I was able to send him some questions, and he sent the answers back to me. And then I was able to do a playthrough of Number One Fan and share the answers. And he said that one of the influences for Number One Fan was Twilight.
Oh, I believe that in a heartbeat.
Another influence was the what's the song? The
wasn't
fan
certain this was a
vid,
prank anymore.
the Jeff Annie
I heard a
fan
voice
vid from
in my
Community.
head. It sounded
Oh,
insanely.
Yeah, that was another one of the
then
influences.
that one.
And
The trailer was his. I'd check it out.
Gosh.
Don't
so yeah, it's this episode that we're playing right now. This one was mostly Sam. I don't want to say mostly. He had more of a direct hand in this one than the other two. And this one I like to call kind of a love letter to Remedy, because there are so many references to Remedy properties like Death Rally, Max Payne, Alan Wake, of course, you know, Control, and it's pretty poggers. It's pretty banging. It's pretty baller.
Charged.
Love it. And what kind of weird segue can I do for that? Oh, since it is featuring different properties, it's kind of like different shows. Which chat? Oh, I hate myself for that segue. Anyway, so you can catch up on past Hotfix shows, types of special events, and our fun GDQ marathons over at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hello from the past. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. And as a double or nothing, you should also be watching this live on twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick and interact with the hosts, interact with the wonderful runners like Sweet Peeps, and interact with straight up the best chat in all of Twitch, which is the Games Done Quick chat, because y'all are the best chat and you're super cute and love your faces.
Hey, if you're watching this from the future, are things okay now?
We're traveling through we're traveling through a Doctor Who portal, okay? So who knows?
Are things okay now? Like, message me if the internet still exists. I mean, I guess it exists if you're watching it, but like, I mean, if you didn't like find this on an SD card somewhere, and
it's being like broadcast and like commentated on via Morse code at this point. We're just going straight up like Independence Day when everything else has failed. Morse code saves the day.
I used to know Morse code. Okay,
I couldn't hear
when Titanic came out, I learned Morse code.
I learned it because of Independence Day.
I learned it because of Titanic, and it's been a while since I've like actually practiced it. I got an app on my phone, and I'm gonna get back into it. Hello.
Why am I not surprised that there is an app? There literally is an app for
There's
everything.
an app for everything. Yeah, there's a Morse code app. I also am brushing up. I'm learning ASL.
I use the TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like I've dabbled with ASL, but it's like the way of speech is so fascinatingly unique. It's like, oh, it's so cool.
I'm really
and
excited to be learning it.
It's like English, French, Spanish, Italian. There's like different regional sign languages too, which is I love it.
So I forgot to mention Quantum Break. Remember Quantum Break, everyone? Yeah, remember Quantum Break? This is the Quantum Break section, but it's
Would you
also
say
the
it's
Max Payne. It's the Quantum Break section, but it's also the Max Payne section because it's a motion comic.
We don't know why.
Would you say it's the Quantum Break?
For you, yes. For you, anything. Sure.
That wasn't a bombastic side eye. That was a bombastic up eye.
All right, now here's my favorite section of this episode. This is the one that freaks people out the most. They're like, "What is this?"
This is like Mortal Kombat, like the OG Mortal Kombat, like motion capture we got going on here.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. If you remember, if you don't have the memory that I do, and you remember the Shadow People from the second episode, basically Sean Ashmore is shooting different versions of himself that have been taken. So he has to break the darkness shield, and then he can shoot him. So this is.
I want to be in the room. I just want to be in the room when it's like, here, you thought the musical segment was one thing. This is the next evolution of what we're gonna do.
Listen, we're Remedy, baby. We can do whatever we want.
Right?
People are gonna eat it up. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Yum 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 yum. No, I'm really excited for Fire. Anyone excited for Fire Break?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Asuka, are we gonna play together?
I'd be down.
Yes. No, I'm so excited. Remedy, I don't know if Chad, I don't know if you know this, but Remedy, they make pretty good games.
Yeah, never heard of it. There were people in chat. Yeah, never heard of Alan Wake. Never heard of Alan Wake 2. Nope. Never heard of Control. No, this is an indie dev right here.
I've never met Sweet Peas in my life, so therefore I've never heard of Alan Wake.
Never did the Alan Wake 2 dance at a GDQ.
Yeah, if you're an Asuka fan and you didn't see,
Actually, no. I unfortunately was not able to make the actual dance. I
Well,
was at
no,
the
but
practice.
You were in the practice.
I was
and
in
that
the
counts.
practice.
You were still there in my heart. I did forget that you didn't actually do it.
No, it turns out
remember
it turned out I think my run was like a couple hours after that.
Oh yeah,
and
'cause
like
made a scurry. Yeah, it was
it's like 4 a.m. or something.
yeah. You had to go eepy night.
I had to go out and sleep, which you
You gotta go out and sleep. Which after this run, I will be going out and sleep. Yeah. How? Somebody check how many people have registered for SGDQ.
There are still registration spots open. And has commented in chat. You can probably guess who this is. I didn't see y'all doing the dance because I was standing in front of you. Somebody was singing the song.
You were there, baby. You were there.
Yeah.
Travel on.
Dane, you were there, baby. You were there.
Dane was dancing, in fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Dane dancing at a GDQ. Dane dancing at a GDQ is the equivalent of Sweet Peeps talking about Alan Wake.
It's more likely than you think.
Accurate.
Dane dancing in my GDQ? It's more likely than you think. Old meme checks out.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I don't know what
gosh.
the hell. I don't know what the hell's going on in this section. Like, don't even ask me.
The Destiny player and me are looking at
They look
all
like
of these engrams.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Destiny players in chat that are like, okay, I can't unsee this anymore.
I want to shoot you.
I was close.
I
was close.
don't know where my engram lights are. I took them down at some point.
Oh, I had one of the squishies, but it turned into a dog toy.
Time is about to come up. Here's my Airsporn Tubbs duck.
The drifter one.
Oh my god! So we're best friends! Okay, time is coming up really, really quick. Sex adventure. And time.
Jeez.
Thank
I
you.
love it. Oh, it's so fun. I'll have to show the drifter one in solidarity at the next break.
Here's my seat.
Love it. But yeah, GG's. And
Thank you so much.
in the interim, where can everybody find you? What are you currently doing? And any shout outs for your lovely team peebs?
Well, if you haven't found me by now, if you don't know me by now, you may never. Anyway, yeah, no, Sweet Peeps. Anyway, shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes who did not do well against the Predators tonight. You know, raise up Canes. We're gonna come back from this. Or not, but thank you so much for having me, and I really had a lot of fun.
It was so much fun hanging out with you, not gonna lie. I loved it so much. But before we head on to our next break, give shout outs to Sweet Peeps one more time. And FYI, I saw somebody doing that fantastic sub in chat. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone for continuing your support of GDQ Hotfix with your sub. Hello. I'm not Oscar424, but I said I had this duck. So I'm showing off the duck. And welcome back to our 2 Express 2 Lane episode of Express Lane. Moving on to our 2 connection is our runner, Ice72. She's going to be running Sonic Riders All Stories, no Ultra, so I'm going to pass it on right away to the wonderful commentary team. So hello, friends.
Hello. My name is Ludiello252, and my partner commentating with me will be...
I'm Synthin. Hello.
Hello.
So, as Oscar said, we're going to be doing Sonic Riders All Stories, no Ultra. We're going to be playing on keyboard with PC. So that changes a few things in controls. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, I think we're ready to go. You got anything else you want to say?
No. Let's do the countdown. Head in.
All right, sounds good. All right, we're going to start the run in 3, 2, 1, now.
Good luck.
All right, big
So
up.
we're gonna get started with Metal City. Metal City is a fairly simple track with a lot happening on it. That seems a little anecdotal, not right. That's how it works. We're gonna get the 100 ring box up here. This is gonna level us up.
Level 3.
Yep. We're gonna go a lot faster with the level 3. Getting your level is one of the most important things in the game, and having higher level, more air, more speed.
Is there a max level?
Yep. Yes, level
Yeah.
3 is the highest level you can get in the game. You get it at 60 rings, so if you get a 100 ring box, you automatically get level 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
You
is
see
kind of
how-
why that top path is so important. Because at the very start, it's at the start of the run as well. So
Yep.
like, the second you net that box, straight to level 3. I mean, the rest of the run is kind of like not a piece of cake, but it comes a lot easier. But you need to take bottom path after that. You need your rail to get your air back.
Yep. You'll notice on the right-hand side, you'll see a blue bar that goes down. That is the air bar. So basically think of it as like fuel for a car. Ice has almost no air now, but she'll take these 2 tricks and get almost all of her air back. Off of these 2 X ranks, they give 100 air. 100 air is half your air bar, so you have 200 air.
Pretty
fairly-
perfect here. You skip this rail here because if you have a full air bar, if you take 1 boost, you pretty much kind of have the agency to drift up this hill and
Yeah.
kind of take all this quite safely.
Yep. The rail I skipped is 180 speed, and as you can see right now, we're going at 250, which is a little bit faster than that. So you just don't take the
70 speed
rail.
is a lot.
Yep. Yeah, we don't need the air from the rail, so we just skip it.
Yeah, most stages will have a quick time event section, but on metal and night chase, which we'll see later, they're the only stages where you completely skip them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out, by the way, 150.35 is incredible. Like that is
That's
insane. That's crazy.
Nice.
Oh, this is a really good time. Yeah, so now we're on Splash Canyon. Splash Canyon, very similar. It has some early ring boxes that you just instantly get up to level 3 with. Level 2, level 3, 60 rings. And
Lovely.
full level 3.
And so you'll see here so on PC, the reason we play on PC and keyboard. So if you obviously on console, you wiggle your stick in a circle to net your air back. But on PC, it's a digital thing. So if you hold both left and right down, it's kind of like doing the circles like every frame sort of. So you just fill up your entire air bar in like no time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
really useful.
there was a skip I just did. It's a very tricky skip. So it's called the zero fly hoop skip. If you're familiar with Sonic Riders runs, you might be familiar with the 2 fly hoop skip, where you take both fly hoops and then you hold left, you take the bridge. It's faster to just skip them if you're able to. So you can see right here. It's a little slow, so we would prefer to just skip both the hoops. It requires going out of bounds. It looks very cool.
It is quite risky.
It is very risky.
How you saw it just then is how you would normally take it, because all you need to do is like hold left. But when you take 0 hoop, you need to make sure you're on the like right level, and when you're ascending is on the right point.
Yeah, if you're too high, you will fly back into the ground. You'll fly back in bounds. If you're too low, you'll fly into the ceiling of the power path.
So what you just saw there was a boost chain. It wasn't a very good one. They went very, very slow. But basically, what's the percentage for it, Ludi? Your speed.
It's
if you-
1.193 is what your speed
There
is
we
multiplied
go.
by.
Yeah. So if you boost in the middle of a drift, 145, lovely.
It's fantastic.
But if you boost in the middle of a drift, your current speed will get multiplied by 1.19. But in vanilla, it only really works at level 1 and 2.
yeah.
But if you do it like underneath your max speed, which is 250 at level 3, then it will still work, but you'll just go really slow because like low number.
Yeah, you saw Ice doing a whole bunch of boost chains up there. And I don't know, like her speed was peaking up to like 260, right? It's very fun being at level 1 because you get to just multiply all your speed and go really fast. Not as much at level 3 because of how the deceleration works. You gain like 2 speed off of boost chains because the game doesn't want you going that fast.
Aye. we saw a pretty perfect lap 1 there.
Very textbook.
Yeah, which is lovely to see. Egg Factory is probably one of the hardest stages in the game.
Yeah, I would say it's
like
the second
you mess up. Yeah, because just like the second you mess up, it's like it is such a run killer. You see here, on the first lap, Ice weaved right in between the wall and that dash panel. Because in Riders, as a Sega staple, the dash panels will slow you down, so you need to avoid them at all costs. Which is very, very interesting with how it plays, especially in Egg Factory.
I think there's only one set of dash panels in the entire game that are actually worth taking. And they're not worth taking at level 3. So it's like, they're good, but as you can see, we're spending most of the race in level 3. So them not being good at level 3, like, still defeats the point.
Yeah.
We also got very fortunate here with the computers. They only stole away Ice's power objects. She didn't have to punch a robot to get them out of the way. So this is going to be, again, an incredible Egg Factory time. This is, 150.93. Holy.
For context, in like vanilla, because at level 3 you only have a set speed, you can only really go so fast. So I'd say like 147 is probably like the max you could probably get on vanilla Egg Factory. So it's pretty close.
That's so cool.
Wowie.
Yeah.
Do you wanna talk about that movie?
Yep. So you saw the Green Cave skip, and then we're doing another skip back to back. We're gonna miss the 100 ring box, which is okay. That's fine. I's gonna have multiple chances to grab it. She's gonna get level 2 up here, I believe.
Ooh.
Got speed shoes. A little unfortunate.
But I mean,
speed shoes.
It was alright because level 1.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, speed shoes, like the dash panels, will slow you down. So we want to avoid them at all costs. So if you noticed how Ice was dodging item boxes for some reason, right? It's like, oh, why is she going between the item boxes? That's why, because she doesn't want to get speed shoes. You can also get a ball and chain, which is even worse. It like actively slows you down, but
yeah, you need to jump 3 times to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's
we get the level 3 here.
It's weird hearing Sonic and avoiding speed shoes as a speed tech.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very critical. Yeah,
like
Green
to see on
Cave.
Metal City at the start with the caves. Saw an Egg Factory after the first round.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't really see it much. Oh my bad, go on, lad.
Ice is hitting these skips very well, by the way. These are 2 skips. They're fairly simple. At least the first one. The second one isn't. This one, you jump into this cave section. It's very cool. You just do both these crazy skips back to back.
Yeah, like the race is just kind of super short, just because of that skip there. Like there's a whole it was like good 10 seconds you skip just from taking that trick like into the QTE.
Yeah, 153. All things considered, totally fine, right? This 100 box, let's skip a little bit on lap 3. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
153, fantastic, all things considered.
Yeah, anything below 155, I'd say is it's solid.
Yep. Yeah. So Sand Ruins, I think this is the first track outside of like Splash Canyon where we're not immediately getting level 3 and we're not getting it off a ring box. So, which is okay because Sand Ruins has a ton of rings on it. So I just just taking the optimal line right now, but she's gonna get level 2 right here. We're gonna get a 10 box up here, and
we'll take the upper path there.
Yep.
Should be
the dash panel slip.
Ooh. 20.
She's so good. We get all the pillars. All the pillars.
That is unfortunate. So for context, in Riders, or in San Ruins, so at the end of that little hairpin there, the pillars that pop up, it is completely random as to how many actually come up. So you can get like 1 pillar, which gives you such a short turn, and you lose so much time by just basically RNG. But yes, sand can be a massive run killer in like the higher like tiers of running the game.
Okay.
Oh, she got the dash fail slip again. That dash fail slip is so much harder than it looks, by the way.
Yeah, you can fall off so easily there.
Yeah. Oh, all the
Ooh-wee.
pillars again. It'd be fantastic if we got a 0 pillar cooking up.
Now, I
compensate.
have a quick question about the leaderboards because I noticed you had mentioned that clearly I was using the keyboard. Is that why with the spin mechanic? It's different leaderboards for keyboard versus controller, or are there other differences between the two?
That's the primary one. The other differences come down to like control and handling.
Okay.
So keyboard, the movement keys have a 7-frame input delay. The like action keys, like boosting and drifting, do not have a 7-frame input delay. Also, 0 pillar, by the way. Fantastic.
Nice.
There's also the way the drifting handles is a little different. Also, 208 Sand Ruins, fantastic. Like all the times I've been getting, are like really good times.
Little fun fact about Sand Ruins though is so at the end of a stage it just fades to black, which means Sonic Riders as a whole needs to be measured in real time. The only reason we don't do IGT is because Sand exists. But we'll see Garden now, which is, to be honest, one of the more harder ones. It demands a lot of precise ring collection because you need to time your level ups quite well. Not really because you have a choice, but
I just went for the 100 box here.
Yeah, to be honest, I really completely forgot about that. I've been playing
the 100 box, yeah, we're gonna skip the grind ramp here because we don't need the air from it, because we're gonna be up to the manual ramp here, get the 100 box at 250 speed.
And
Ice is
now we're gonna go on.
Yep, Ice is on the Blue Star 2, which is a little different. It just costs more air to boost. That's all you need to know.
Pretty much. We'll see some power type cosplay here. I mean, do we need to explain types? I don't think we need to, but
yeah, power type is the only type that matters. As you can see, power type is so fast on this track. Even if you're a speed type, you take the power path. Like, you ignore the speed rail, you take the power path. It saves like an unholy amount of time.
Yeah. Well, to be as well, yeah. For context, in vanilla, your type shortcuts aren't really shortcuts. They're just a way for you to get your air back, really. Outside of power type, because how fast they are completely depends on like the actual geometry, like how the actual racetrack is.
Yeah, or how fast your gear is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all night. Seems like I hit both of these power paths perfectly. It's like, I think she does the dash fails both times. It's really good because that's a blind
Just
turn.
enough there.
So
there we go.
Nice. Yeah, this should be a clean run. Yeah, she took the grind rail. Let's see here. All right, opting for the turn. This looks like it's going to clock in at like 230-ish, I believe. So 230.
Bit of a tight turn. Oh.
Yep. Take the wall
nice.
bump. Trick early because the top path has dash panels. 229.
There we go.
Nice.
That was.
I didn't believe enough.
We got some. We got some
29.
like pretty top tier times all around.
Yeah. No, this hero story is incredible. Like, it looks like a 335 or 1335, which is insane. I think our like speedrun.com time is like, it's in the 1320s, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
So, damn.
And like that 1320 is really optimized. So yeah.
Yeah, no. Ice is one of the craziest runners we've seen in vanilla. To be honest, that period, it's crazy.
She's really good.
I'm seeing a lot of love for Ice in chat. That Ice is just killing it. And yes, 100%.
Yeah. You dodged the police car there, which is
let's go. Yeah, for context, cars, they'll put you in the air as if you got hit by in Sonic Riders a tornado. But it just takes away your boost, suspends you in air, and loses you about like a second and a half.
Yep. This is the hardest track in the game by far, because they will also cancel your boosts if you hit them. So you really want to avoid them at all costs. So yeah.
So you just hug that wall there.
Yep. Hug the wall on the right. dodge the cars between.
Trick track.
Yep, trick track. She knows what she's doing.
There you go. You see, you skip that rail there because obviously you go a bit slower than 250. So have just enough air to get all of it back here.
Yep.
Clean.
Do the different characters handle differently, or are they all kind of similar?
They all handle fairly similarly. So the big difference is that a character will have a boost speed, or sorry, a boost duration and a top speed modifier.
Okay.
So the best character in the game is II because he's a power type character. He has a high boost duration on level 1 and level 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because with riders, there's only one gear that you speedrun with in ILs, which is high booster, and II as a power type as well just lets you completely demolish tracks in like less than like a minute 30.
Nice.
So 150.93, incredible time.
That was
she's
lovely.
killing it right now.
So basically, we're just seeing a clinic right now of all of these
Yep.
tracks. Love it.
Oh my god, look at the ring collection. PC mind.
In the backflip cancel for the X drink. Oh, she's so good.
It's crazy. All right, so on Red Canyon, it's quite harsh. If you miss the top path there, which is quite easy because the ramp is very, very short, you'll get bottom path, which if you're at level 3 is faster. But there are 30 ring boxes on the top path, which
Have to
make
get
hitting
those.
it essential.
Barely missed the
Unlucky.
level 3 there. I'm gonna get it up here though.
There we
Get a
go.
tornado just immediately to cash in on the speed. Because she's gonna have enough air here, right? She's at max air after the trick.
More than enough, yeah.
Looks like we're gonna see
Barrel
barrel
bonk.
bonk. She got it.
What?
That was crazy. That was crazy. That's
so
insane.
you hit your head on a barrel and it'll launch you upwards. And if you're holding the right direction, it will take you over the billboard, so you can get to the QTE sooner.
Oh, that's
So
so
if you
cool.
see yep. So you see the watermill cycle that's going around here. Red Canyon is a cycle-based track, and jumping over the barrel to go into the power path early saves one cycle, right?
which is pretty big
Oh.
because the cycles depend on the windmill or the water mill that you go up at the end of the track, and it is painfully slow.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It is also why humans can tie the TAS in Red Canyon, which is pretty funny.
Really? Oh, that's
Because
cool.
basically, like, it's like a set time save.
Okay.
For a cycle ahead, it's X amount of time, for example.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, we are seeing a very, very clean one. 2 minutes,
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh. Yeah, that's a fantastic time for missing fast level 3, which is RNG dependent because you need at least 1 ring box for it, preferably 2. Ice only got 1 ring box. So, yeah, very good time.
Going on into Ice Factory now. Well, let's see. What I guess the most unique thing about this stage is ice. But
Yeah.
like the only, to be fair, ice. When you get to a certain level, it becomes more useful to you than not. So most people, if you know anything about riders, you'll know that if you step on, well, not step, if you ride over the ice, you'll get really, really slippery, and your controls will go all messed up. But it also lets you take turns really, really sharp for like half the cost of your air.
Yeah. Shoutouts to hoverboards being affected by ice physics. Big fan. I don't know how that works either. Yeah, friction affecting a hoverboard.
It's like there's a developer. It's like, yeah, nobody will notice this. Just don't talk
Yeah,
about
of
it.
course.
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's science. It's science. Trust.
Okay, ice fortunately is very easy to dodge on Ice Factory because you can just go straight. If you don't press a direction while you're on the ice, you will be okay. So you see, like, she went straight there. She goes straight here.
There we go.
Yep. getting to Link 3. She'll have enough
Gonna
air
fill up.
for the... Yep. Gonna get an X rank up here, and then X rank on the next ramp, and then a 100 air box after.
Oh, they already grabbed the 100 air, yeah.
Yeah, 100 air. Yep.
The yellow one's max. I keep
Nice.
forgetting.
Yeah, for some reason, so they had the max ring boxes and the max air boxes. The max ring ones are a lot more important. For some reason, they decided to put the max air box on this track in the middle of the power path. I don't know what the
Makes
devs were
no
trying to
sense.
cook with that one. It's like maybe the worst spot they could have put it.
Yeah, just put more power objects though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they couldn't put any power objects in on the left side, right? They only had the power objects on the right.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of. Oh my god, Sega. Just power was there. You can tell was their favorite.
Yeah, another fantastic time by Ice here, by the way. 220.30.
220.
Wow.
That's
Lovely.
really good.
See what I mean? Like Ice is like one of the most consistent players we've ever seen. Like back to back, like IL world records or Stories world records. It's really really nice to see.
Oh, she got
like-
fast level 2.
Let's go.
What?
Fast level 2. So,
So
Explain.
you
yep,
explain.
yeah, so if you, the 10 rings there, if you can pick up all 10 of them, you'll get level 2 off of the 20 box. You'll save about like 2-3 seconds off of it. You get the max air box or the max ring box on that vine anyways, so it doesn't save that much time, but it's still really swag if you get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like the
fast
time
level
between like the item boxes and the 100 ring box being level 2, like that's an extra 30 speed, you know?
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
That's pretty big.
It's huge.
Oh, that's
It
amazing.
also, yep, Ice delayed her boost landing off of the ramp because it set her up to, I think it's like 330 speed. And you think about like the boost chain thing we talked about, you could multiply that speed by 1.193. That's a lot of speed. That's like 400 speed. It's not worth it because of how harsh the deceleration is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't boost chain at level 3. Because it's
Yeah.
literally just better to not.
Fair.
It's quite odd how it works, because if you're going 250, then trying to boost chain just won't work. But if you're going 350, then it works like a charm, or like 200 speed. So I think 250 is like, think about like as a center,
Yeah.
and the more further away you go from it, like the more it works. But
It's crazy.
It's really weird.
High Boost was already the best game when it came out, best gear in the game when the game came out, and then they buffed it in 2020 for literally no reason. Like, what's good with that?
Here's this boost as a treat
Yeah.
to the boost.
Yeah, here's an extra 30 speed every time you boost, because why not?
152.
152. That's
That
pretty
is
good.
that is nice.
Wow.
That's
That
pretty
is
good.
nice. That's the time. I don't know. I'm not great
Yeah.
at it anymore. That's the time I
That's
get
better
here, you know what I mean?
than the time she has on her All Stories run that I checked on speedrun.com when I was
Let's
taking notes
go.
for the runs today. So, yeah, just doing incredible work here. Let's see. All right, not going to be on fast level 3 alert, unfortunately, but yeah, getting
There
the
is a
fast level.
100 ring box.
You want to get the 30 up here? She got it. Nice. And this is a rare good grind rail. Look at that, 250 speed. That's crazy.
Yeah, it about matches like the other paths apart from fly,
Yep.
which is nice. Let's see. I don't actually know the routing here. All right,
It-
skip that rail. Skip these dash panels. That's a really tight corner there.
Yeah, dodging that dash panel is on a blind turn that she's dodging
wow.
the dash panel on.
And especially
So-
with keyboard controls, it's like you're
Yeah,
looking
you
at
have
a
to be-
professional.
You have to be very intentional with getting that dodge. Also, yeah, you can't just jump through the wall there. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Sega.
Sega.
It saves like about a second from what I remember. It's like,
Yeah, especially
it doesn't
when,
save as much time as it looks like it does. Unless you want to be goated with the sauce. There's a 100 ring box. Normally you can only get up to that path by taking the turbulence. Just kind of like that white thing. It's like a white wall we don't see because Ice is never in second because she's crazy good. But you can take like a trick to get to the top path, and you can get a 100 ring box there, or you can jump up through the wall, and if you hold to the right enough, you can get a 100 ring box.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Somebody else have gone for
positioning
it.
like pretty perfect with it. But to be fair, on Dark Desert, you have a massive row of item boxes, and you've got an item box at the random at the very start, and you've got 10, 20 rings, 25 rings that you can net before the 30 anyway, and then there's another 5 afterwards, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But taking Magic Wall anyway would be great. 206 is nice.
Yeah, 206, that's really good.
It's like I'm hearing a consistent theme of just final time, awesome.
Yep. Yeah, no, she's scaling it. And we can sky our own. A very cool
There we
stage.
go. We'll see basically exactly that. You saw in Babylon Garden, you jump off of the start there to get down straight to your type pathing. On Garden that doesn't happen, but here it's with Fly it works seriously in your favor because you can just go straight to it and cut a massive corner and just save all the time. You don't actually end up getting to level 3 99% of the time you run this track because you're just skipping the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you saw the big turbulence there that just skips about a third of the track. You get a ticket at like 350 speed, which is 100 more than what we're normally taking it at 250. So it's fairly worth it. This is the X rank, not a big deal. Trick's gonna take you up to 350 anyways. It's okay. You get to play more at level 1. You get to do more fun speed tech.
True.
Like your drifts
another
matter.
thing- There we go. So that JCDC. So for context, if you hold your jump and press the boost button, you will boost, but only for about a frame. And at level 1, obviously your boost chains actually function well. So what you can do is you can chain your boost chains together really as fast as you can press the buttons. So I multiply my speed, say I go 260, and then I multiply that, and then all of a sudden I'm going like 290. And this is all like level 1 you can do as well, which is just crazy. But you'll see it here again. Maybe not, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's really powerful when you string together like 2. Just say you're going like 250, right? Then you go to 280, then you go to 330 speed. That's crazy.
When you're supposed to be going 200 as well, it's like, it just feels so good.
Side
Yeah,
note.
52.6.
Oh, sorry, finish your thought.
Yeah, 52.60. 2 seconds faster than what I have in my notes.
Oh my gosh.
She's great.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
I'll mention a comment that I was going to save in chat, or in chat that I was going to save for the end. I agree, Ice's nails look amazing, and the fact that they match the keyboard, perfection. Carry on.
Yep. So the goal of this track is we're going to punch Adam Sandler in the face 3 times. So I just got the,
What?
I'm not going to elaborate on that.
Okay.
Those who know. The shout outs to the Sonic Riders fandom. Those people are great.
So Guardian's an interesting one. You do not level up. You do not get any rings. I think the game expects you to be behind most of the CPUs because how the stage usually goes is you just ride turbulence phases. But because Ice is just such a gamer, we're just going to snake and just boost into him. Because obviously because we're still at level 1. If we just snake, we can keep going 250 and just keep decelerating. And there's enough item boxes and that to where we can just like pretty consistently be able to get speed. Like look at the map, like miles ahead.
Yeah. Also, time is going to be coming in at the end of lap 3, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second to finish line, it's like bomb.
Yep. Gonna boost chain, get the final hit. And we're gonna push through just a little more, get this turn. Oh my, how did she do it?
That was nice.
That was
Lovely turn.
really good. 134.
And that is it.
It's time. Wow. GG's.
What a run.
Well,
What a
that
run.
was fantastic.
That was
That was-
absolutely amazing. And I believe
Awesome
I
run.
think it's a sub 30 RTA. Looks like 29.
Phenomenal. Oh my god, that's crazy.
That
On
is
stream.
2940.6.
On
That's
stream.
incredible.
That is
my goodness.
so good.
Put your claps in the chat. Come on, that was crazy.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, I know Ice, you could hear us. If you have anything you'd want us to pass on, feel free to send that to your commentators or myself. In the meantime, do you two have any quick shout outs, or where can they find you?
Shout outs to Josh. Shout outs to writers. I love this game. This game's phenomenal. We just don't get fed up of it for some reason. But yeah, the game's constantly changing, developing, so do people. And I just love it. I love all of it. So shout outs to Sonic Riders.
Yeah, shout outs to Sonic Riders. Shout outs to Ice. She just messaged me on Discord. She got world record by 2 seconds.
What?
No way!
Which, I mean, yeah, like I'm looking at my notes. It looks right. That's what she said.
GG.
GG's on the world record.
Holy.
Ice.
Holy.
Chat, pop off for that. That is a world record.
Yeah, I can't think of a better way to like show off Sonic Riders world record GDQ
Oh
stream.
my gosh, that is so awesome. Oh my gosh.
History.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And shout outs to Ice72. That was so cool. And just like absolutely every single track was fantastic. You are amazing. I'll give her a little bit more time if she had anything else she wanted to say. In the meantime, FYI, if you're a fan of Sonic or Sonic Riders, there's actually an annual Sonic Hotfix event, and it's back. It's going to be Sonic and the Sega All-Stars. It's going to be live June 14th and June 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern. And this year, it's expanding beyond Sonic speedruns to include anything from other iconic Sega franchises. So friends in chat, become best friends and put ! Sonic in the chat for your full schedule and let us know what you're excited to see. Again, Ice, that was fantastic. I don't know if she sent you anything to pass on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, she sent me one final thing. So shout outs to Sonic Riders and the modding communities behind these games, right? Obviously, we talk about boost chains, right? Those numbers didn't come from anywhere. Like, they came because we modded the game, right? We figured it out. So shout outs like Sonic Riders Underground, Sonic Riders Tournament Edition. They're both incredible people, good places, hang out, go play a tournament. You'll probably get wrecked. Like, I beat no flame. Like, people are very good at this game.
Honestly, racing games in general, I'm terrible at them, but watching y'all run them has always fascinated me. The things you can do with them, just
and riders on a multiplayer scale is so crazy because speedrunning is one crazy thing, but on multiplayer you have player interaction and you can hit your enemies and all that stuff, and so more than just racing, it's 50-50 racing and the other half is hitting your opponents and stuff like that. So it's kind of a bit of a fighting game, but just obviously not a fighting game.
But yeah, that absolutely amazing, and thank you all three of you so much for coming on. It was such a treat, and again, congrats to Ice72 on the new world record for Sonic Riders PC. All stories, no ultra on the keyboard. But maybe because we didn't skip the candy skip, Lavos got a little jealous and wanted a little bit of the candy. So yeah, unfortunately, Lavos decided to crash the internet. So we are going to reschedule Chrono Trigger for an upcoming episode, maybe in 2 weeks, definitely in 2 weeks. So check that out. But in the meantime, we are going to be shifting gears to the wonderful Abby and Pippi, and we're going to be watching some Resident Evil 2 Remake, Claire Second. I think Lavos got to me too. What do you think, Abby? I can't talk. It's fine.
Oh no. Hi everybody. It's funny that everybody calls it Claire Second, and I'm like, I just call it Claire B because that's what it is. Because if you play the original, it's called B, so I just keep calling it B. But yeah, it's Claire Second. And with me, I have the lovely Pippi in a top hat.
Hi, I know nothing about this game. I am here to learn and to giggle and to mentally replace now Claire Second with Claire B with Blair. That's what Claire B is, I think. Because Claire would be
sure,
Claire
let's
C.
go. There's only an A and a B. There is no C.
Hey.
I think I learned the alphabet wrong. I'm here to learn the alphabet.
I'm here for it too. We're watching Blair
right.
C. Love it.
All right, so without any further ado, shall we get started?
Yeah.
So I'm going to steal Pippi's bit because 3, 2, 1, begin the run. So it's really weird because because the game still has like every puzzle, and it's like, okay, but what has Leon been doing in the A scenario? Because everything's still locked. Because at the time of Claire B or Leon B, you're starting when you've already done a bunch of stuff, already had one of the keys, unlocked a couple of doors, but all of those doors are still locked. It makes no sense. But don't worry about it. The B scenario is also shorter, and we get to run into Mr. X earlier than we would in the A scenario. So all kinds of fun shenanigans, but at least I don't have to deal with radio skip. So all these zombies are waking up, and we need to offer them some breakfast. Would you like some breakfast? Because you see...
I was hoping breakfast would not be you. I was wrong.
Indeed. Because you see, for whatever reason, in the RE engine, female characters run faster in caution. So we needed to give 2 zombies a breakfast and continue on our journey. We're also going to deposit our gun because that way Claire will equip the rocket launcher right away and then grab the key. So it's like, huzzah. And then we're going to stair skate. Now, why am I stair skating and why does it look like it's going to take longer? Because it's actually shorter, because what you're doing there is you're canceling an animation. So she just kind of glides up the stairs. Leon can also do that. As a matter of fact, the caution running is actually slower in Resident Evil 3 Remake slightly, and also you can't run with the rocket launcher in caution. Jill in RE3 will run like she's in fine condition. It's really weird, but it is what it is.
And that's
so
the
here we
best
go.
medicine is carrying a rocket launcher.
Apparently. So we're going to be moving the key into slot 4 so that I can do a double delete, because we will be getting rid of those. We won't be getting all 12 inventory slots, but we will be getting 10, and we'll be doing some inventory manipulation because we want slot 1, 2, 5, 6, and 9, 10 to be open, and the only slots that we use. So we won't be deleting any keys that we get for the ones that have, what's the word I'm looking for? Card suits. Because there's card suit keys. There's a diamond, there's a spade, and there's a heart. Leon would get the club instead of the heart. And while we're waiting for this door to open, I'm going to aim at the desk. Luckily, there was a zombie there, but the reason I always aim at the desk is to guarantee that we can get our pouch upgrade. So there we go, we got the pouch upgrade, hooray!
Luckily, there was a zombie there.
Indeed.
Good, the enemy.
Also, we get introduced to a liquor early.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, I love this.
Yep.
I don't know what I expected from Resident Evil, but I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't dead thing hanging from the ceiling, but it wasn't.
Okay, now I have a question. How many Resident Evils have you seen or know much of, Pippi?
Me? I've seen Abby speedrun quite a few of them.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Yep. And we're just going to run by him. We're actually going to run by everybody here because they're not going to bother us.
They already had
That's
breakfast.
just
It's
me
fine.
navigating public transit.
There we go. And then we're going to grab the battery for the fuse. Ray. Again, we get to skip quite a bit in the B scenario, which is nice, even though all the doors are locked and it's like, Leon, what are you doing? How did you get to me when the door that you have to open? It's, again, don't ask questions. Also, hi, Mr. X.
Mr.
He's
X
like
is no
8
friend.
feet tall.
Yeah.
No, he is not. He has a chance to insta-kill me.
Howie!
And where's the worm? That's not the worm. There's the worm.
I realized
There we go.
I did play one Resident Evil. I think it was Resident Evil 5. It was in Africa. And
Yep, that's 5.
That's fine.
I'm really bad at first-person shooters, so I was player 2, and I kind of just shot wildly. So, someone else carried.
But at least
Don't worry,
one of
I'm
those
sure
bullets.
you did a better. I'm sure you did better than the AI because the AI in that game is absolutely terrible.
Honestly,
It's true.
accurate. Well, accurate in its inaccuracy.
So right now, I'm hoping Mr. X is behind me because that means he won't be in this next room. If he comes through the library, that means he's in insta-kill mode. Because I don't have a sub-weapon, if he grabs me, he will kill me. That's kind of how this goes with everybody that can insta-kill you because we never grab a sub-weapon. So now we're going to open this door. He's not here. Good. And the reason we're opening the door is because for some reason, if you open and go through the door, the bookcase won't fall over. And it's like, haha. Also, I am playing with the retro soundtrack because it's better and also you can actually hear when Mr. X is around the corner. It would be nice if I selected the harp instead of the lion.
Details. Like progression.
Indeed.
Progression in my speedrun? Why I never.
Listen, we're here
And
to
then
go
here we go.
fast, not pay attention to details, right?
I mean,
Indeed.
that's just me when I play a game.
Speaking of details, fun fact, the costume that I'm wearing is a reference to who was originally going to be in RE2 because, fun fact, Claire was not supposed to be the female protagonist of Resident Evil 2 originally. It was going to be Eliza Walker, who for some reason they got rid of and completely restarted development when they were about 85% done the game. Because originally this was supposed to come out in 1997, and it didn't.
Oh.
When did it actually come out? How much did they delay it by?
1998. So only a year.
Still.
That's a lot in 1990s development time, though. Like,
True.
Yeah.
you can make Majora's Mask in a year, theoretically. They delayed it by an entire Majora's Mask.
It's true, they did. And then they came out with Resident Evil 3 in 1999.
They delayed it by an entire Resident Evil 3.
I like how we're now measuring time periods in game development. Which is such a specific strike range.
At least they didn't delay it by a Cuphead. Oh.
No, here's the ultimate one. At least they didn't delay it by a Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh no.
Oh god, no. All right, so right now, we need to make sure we're ahead of Sherry because Sherry will stop us from doing whatever I called it because Claire won't aim stair skating. Thank you. Brain delays. So we stair skate. But if Sherry's in front of us, Claire won't aim her weapon, so we can't stair skate. So not only are we getting a boost from the fact that Sherry's pushing us up the stairs, but we're also getting the stair skating. And there we go. Again, I don't know if stopping the dial
that you can't aim at a child.
I should not have been taking a sip of my drink at that time. I'm good.
And this is why we bring Pippi along.
I love it.
I don't know if canceling the dialogue because shooting there will cancel the dialogue, if that makes the platform move faster or not. Also, we just met Chief Irons, who is more of a dick in this game than he is in the original. In the original, it's kind of unknown at the beginning whether he's a villain or not. In this, no, it's like straight up, yeah, no, I'm a villain and I'm here to ruin your day. And now we go into the liquor room, which I like more than dealing with dogs. Liquors are so much easier. Dogs are a pain. Sorry, Leon, that's why I don't do your scenarios, because you have to deal with dogs. And I'm like, no.
Are these dogs not free?
I'm just gonna smile and nod.
I'm just collecting all. We're going back to the bombastic side eyes. I'm just going to collect all of them. I'm going to create the Exodia of bombastic side eyes this episode.
So in this scenario, since the dogs aren't here, are they currently running a hotel for aliens?
No, they're dead because the liquors killed them.
I understood that.
You could actually. Yeah, you can see all their corpses on the ground.
Pippi, did you know I had that specific run on an episode, a very early episode of Express Lane?
I'd never heard of that game until the GDQ schedule came out, and then I saw it and I went, okay.
Mm-hmm. Which I will. Sorry, finish your thought.
I was just gonna say, I'm sorry to the aliens that they might have a bit of a wait at check-in now.
I'd say, friends, since we're talking about SGDQ, don't forget that your prize submissions are currently open, but head to Games Done Quick during the break. You don't want to miss this one right now, but during the break, gamesdonequick.com, more info. And then go see an airport for aliens currently run by dogs.
Oh, what's not a hotel? It's an airport. Thank you.
It's an airport. It's the Runner PMC trilogy calls it Dog Airport Game, and it's beautiful. I mean, if you didn't see it on that episode of Express Lane, you're going to want to watch it. It is a game of a time. It's just fantastic.
Now, one thing that RE2 has that RE3 Remake doesn't, and I don't know why they would take away optimization, thanks M2, is the fact that you can manipulate your inventory when you pick up items. You can't do that in RE3 Remake, boo. Which is why you didn't see me take the key out right away and wait until I was at the door, because you can do it there, which is great. Again, RE2 Remake has this, RE3 does not. It's really unfortunate. And there we go. And now we're going to get into that inventory manipulation that I mentioned, as we're going to move the orange box and the key. So we're going to keep the diamond key in that spot, and we're going to move the heart key next to it once I get the other orange box. Not to be confused with the game made by EA published by EA and done by Valve. I don't know how that game works. I just know that if you had it on console, there was an EA logo on it, okay? Don't kill me, please and thank you.
No killing me, Abby, please. This has been a message to the lickers.
Oh, don't worry. They're gone now. We won't see them ever again. I lie, but, I wanted to make you feel better.
Thank you for telling me nice white lies, Abby.
Now, if it was Beast of Black, you could say Sweet True Lies, or Sweet Little Lies, Sweet True Lies, something like that. It's a good song. Y'all should listen to it. Anyway,
It is a good song.
helicopter and Mr. X.
Big old lad.
Where's his hat?
I remember we already met him once.
Oh, yeah, the
and
hat's gone.
I've already hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hat leaves. He doesn't put it back on. It's the A scenario where you meet him there the first time, and also thank God he didn't go for the insta-kill and just decided to punch me.
It's still pretty rude to punch people, honestly. Killing people is certainly ruder, but like punching people is also probably something that would get you some stink eye.
Indeed.
And maybe a criminal charge.
Maybe. Like, are we talking like misdemeanor, felony, something?
I'm really not sure what the law is because nobody seems to be upset with the fact that you're carrying around a rocket launcher.
I mean,
I
fair,
don't know the
yeah.
rules right now.
In a police station of sorts.
Fun fact, this police station used to be a museum, which is why it looks all museum-y. Don't ask questions. It just became a police station after a while. And then a zombie outbreak happened, and the police chief is corrupt and bought fancy paintings and whatnot because he's on the payroll of an evil pharmaceutical company.
I love that the painting purchases took place after the zombie apocalypse. I just want to point that out for everyone following along with the Resident Evil timeline.
The zombies are like Sims. They get a positive buff from well-decorated environment consistently.
Their career path was painter.
Exactly. The zombies are his Sims.
This reminds me of that time when I ran Theater Rhythm on Hotfix, and the entire time was just Pippi and Alice. Alice at Wonderland Games, fantastic streamer. Just decided to break me for 2 hours.
Wait, Abby getting broken on a stream? Why I never.
We just got to
know,
giggle
right?
while Abby still, full-on laughing, managed to play rhythm games more competently than I ever could. It was
Which is
impressive.
impressive,
It
yeah.
was so much fun. I was so tired.
Alice was also trying to give Pippi a history lesson on Final Fantasy because Pippi has never played Final Fantasy. But here's the
Under a
bit.
rock.
Here's the bit, though. Neither did Alice.
There's plenty of room under my rock. Come sit with me.
Hey, next time I ever run Final Fantasy Type 0, I will get y'all in.
Apparently, I didn't drop a thing. Yay! I
Yay!
forgot
No
to do
dropping a thing.
Whoops.
I like the gear animation. It's very satisfying.
Hooray!
The video games, like, hey, look, we made a remake. The hair physics looks better. That we have more polygons to work with. Everything looks cooler, and my brain is like, yeah, I don't care about that. Look at the gears.
Guess what? That gear doesn't exist in the original. They did a different thing.
Like, honestly, it just, when they first announced all these remakes, I don't know what I was expecting, but, like, oh my god, did they update everything for the times? Because yes. And then they did my Resident Evil 3 dirty, and we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, they did all our Resident Evil 3s dirty, okay? That's why I keep bringing it up ever so slightly. Because it's like, haha, my favorite game ever.
I was so excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake because that's my favorite Resident Evil, and then I played it and I got sad.
Don't worry, I speedrun the original. We could cry together.
Listen, no matter what they do to the remake, they can't take the original from you.
Thank
Unless it's like a digital download thing, and then they're like, I don't know, that's a hot button topic, but theoretically.
Ooh, actually, a question in chat, Abby, is this technically an any percent run? Or is there technically any percent run of this?
There is an any percent run. It just doesn't involve a rocket launcher. So the categories are like the new game categories are standard. So it would be Claire BS or Claire BH. Also, here's the most devastating puzzle in the game that'll cause massive resets. Yay! But Rocket Launcher is New Game Plus. So we're going to flip that like that and then flip everything else around this. That's the secret.
Hey.
There we go.
Beautiful. No resetting required.
Indeed. So there's standard and hardcore are the new game. New Game Plus is the only way you can do assisted. And there is a glitch category, but this is the PS5 version and I don't have a physical copy, and also those glitches are scary.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. Glitches are usually quite scary, but the idea I'm told of the appeal of horror games is enjoying being scared. This is what I tell myself when I have a panic attack over frame windows. I don't know if it's a good thing to tell myself.
I don't know if that's a good thing either.
It's for the rush that is killing me.
So in the original, we don't have a Sherry Irons interaction like this. Her section in the original is very different and much shorter and less of a pain and less hide and seeky. Because we're about to go play hide and seek. If he grabs us, we die. Or game over. It doesn't say. Indeed. So we're gonna run away. Sherry, please don't get caught on the banister.
I'm gonna run away. Runs right into the banister and stands.
Also, we will be taunting Irons throughout this because we have that option.
That's fair.
He kind of takes a minute to get in here, so we're just gonna do some squats.
Get your exercise in.
Yeah, he also got caught on the banister. It's fine.
His face is a little burnt. We can give him a little leeway because in the cutscene that I skip, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And then Sherry just throws a vial of sulfuric acid in his face.
Fair.
I can see why he might be upset.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, Irons' stuff is based on his flashlight. His flashlight hitting you. So that's why I can do this. And just
cue some Benny Hill.
Skip leg day.
All right, who would win in a squat off? Her or Cloud? Let's go.
Well, Cloud requires 2 buttons. Sherry requires 1.
Hey, there we go.
You said Cloud, and I'm quite sure you meant the character, but my brain went to the speedrunner.
Fair. That is fair.
So, here's what I mean about the flashlight, because his knee's about to bump into my shoulder. Just watch. See? He bumps into me. And then I can just run. I'm literally running behind him, and he doesn't do anything.
Sherry's like, hey, hold the door for me, I'm coming.
He can't. He's got no sense of hearing. None. Just.
No sense
I mean,
of hearing,
the
no
thing
sense
is,
of touch,
he's-
no sense. No sense?
Sense of smell.
I mean, he's dealing with his burnt face, so he's got the sound of rushing water.
And that probably is blocking the sense of smell a little bit.
So here's the thing, right? We lock the door, and he has an axe. Where did he get the axe? I get that it's a Shining reference, but where did it come from?
You know, there are sometimes questions that are just left as questions.
And there we go. We've done the Sherry section, the worst section in the game. Ada's section is so much better. So now we get to run through the city for 2 minutes because we're getting out of this taco stand. Everybody say goodbye to Raccoon City Police Department.
Goodbye,
Oh, I
Raccoon.
Also, it's
thought
never
you were gonna
mentioned.
say the raccoon, just the one on the desk. Bye, raccoon.
Bye, Raccoon.
So it's never mentioned in the remake that taxidermy is Irons' hobby, which is why we see all the taxidermy and why he's taxiderming the mayor's daughter, because that's who was on the table when Sherry went and grabbed the key. Although it's never mentioned that was his plan in the original, but he does go, that's the mayor's daughter on my desk, and she was about to become a zombie, so I shot her in the head. And it was like, okay, I guess. Like, again, it's very, like, not telling you he's a villain in the beginning in OG RE2, whereas this one is like, no, he's a full-on dirtbag. Yeah, no, get out of here, you jerk. So, yeah. And here we go.
And blit.
Unfortunately, these zombies are immortal until that gate falls, and then it's like, aha.
That gate is the Achilles heel for those two specific zombies.
Yes. And they're immortal, and it's like, no.
Ooh, question, because you're running in Japanese. What was the deciding factor for the language you chose for this specific run?
Well, that one would
jeez.
seem to be not speaking Japanese, but seem to be speaking I don't know what
Zombies?
language that is.
There is no reason to play this in Japanese, because there's no tech smashing or anything.
Yeah, fair.
How do I put this as bluntly as possible? Because my chat makes fun of me all the time. I'm this thing you call a weeb.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with making language choices just because they sound fun. I'm a big fan of my friend runs a game in specifically Quebecois because it sounds more fun.
Ah, très bien, les Québécois, n'est-ce pas? Du besoin moi tu parles le français?
I just know je me cherche.
Fancy the ergo wakaranai. Sumimasen. Look, I might be a weeb too, all right?
To be fair, I was asking if you needed me to speak French, but you know.
I just said I don't understand French, sorry.
It's the same thing with my chat, but that doesn't stop them from redeeming parler le français. And it's like, I know for a fact none of you speak this, but okay.
Well, I see a frequent chatter in the current best chat saying, oui, oui, croissant.
Fude fafa? This is a deep cut joke, and I'm so sorry.
Pippi also knows French, but the only French she knows is "Je ne suis pas un ordinateur." When she broke that out that one time, I lost it.
I was on a French interview once, and they were speaking English, but it was for a French restream, and at the end of it, they asked me if I could speak any French, and the other racer who was being interviewed spoke zero French, and I speak like a little bit, so I just said, "Je suis un ordinateur." And the commentators who were interviewing us start laughing, and my friend, who's the other racer, starts going, "Oh, Maria is fast action. I'm so sorry, I don't speak any French." And I'm like, hey, don't worry, I don't either. I just told them I'm a computer. Laughing because we're stupid.
So it's like the HAL 9000, the Pippi 9000.
So, to answer the language thing, it's a bit of a bit. I run this in Japanese. I will run RE4 on PS4 in French. I will run RE4 on English or RE4 on PS5 in English, just to mess with people, because people are like, why are you running this in Japan? To mess with people. That's why I'm doing it, and because I'm going to run a game in any language I choose. At one point, I ran a game in Italian for no reason.
Love it.
I mean, in a lot of games, I think, there are definitely exceptions, I think, especially in older games, but in a lot of modern games where they release all the language options at the same time, it usually matters a pretty small amount what language you pick. And I know some games where it's like, well, we switched from the French to Italian because it saves 14 frames over the course of the run. And it's like, hey, unless you're going for a world record, you could take the free 14 frames of time save, or you could do whatever you want. And whatever's fun for you, it's 14 frames, which take them where you can get them, but also, have a good time. Speedrunning is about fun. And also walking through sewer water.
Indeed, and dealing with giant monsters called G-adults. That's what we're fighting now.
Ewy!
They're giant
Oh, he's sweet.
I mean, to be fair, I do run Twilight Princess HD in Japanese. I don't know how much time it saves, I just do. Because I do still have to mash through text. And Japanese text is faster than English text.
Fair.
And also, Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo is a 9-minute time save if you run it in Japanese.
That's impressive.
There are definitely some games where it makes a wildly large difference what language you pick, and it's like, huh.
Yeah, whenever I've had runs on here that it is clearly a different language, I'm always curious to see if it's a for the heck of it thing, or this is going to save a lot of time, or they just sound funny. They'll say a funny thing specifically in this language.
And or the Japanese version is cheaper, which is 9 times out of 10 the case.
True.
And that is also definitely a consideration if you're running things on especially physical copies, or things that are older and harder to acquire, of sometimes you just speedrun the version that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if that's sewer water or blood.
It's a mix, because you can see organs in the piles of sewage.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. I feel like I really hope that you are wearing protective clothing, because otherwise I feel like you're asking for an infection.
There is no protective clothing here. I do own the Japanese copy on GameCube of this game. I thought you were dead. No.
Well, technically they are. Sorry, I had to.
Oh, hey, look, a plant!
Sorry, I needed to grab that. Otherwise, we were going to lose a lot of time, even though the game would have healed me eventually. But I thought he was dead. We're going to ignore this one by sticking to the left. That's how you avoid that one. If you're over to the right, you will get, like, collision. And it's like, no. No, thank you, please.
I find it upsetting how good this viscera looks.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil for you.
Like, this whole section, that's some decent looking water, and that's unfortunately some decent looking viscera. It looks like viscera, and my reaction is, visceral.
Hey.
Here we go. We got the last plug. Fun fact, these plugs are electronic devices that unlock a door. Yes, they are keys, and there's a puzzle you have to solve to unlock the door because they need to be put in a specific order. That's the last G-adult we have to deal with.
The day that Resident Evil makes an area without needing at least 2 puzzles to solve is the day the next Devil May Cry game comes out.
Starring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about Devil May Cry. Did you know that Devil May Cry was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 4?
Yes, I did. See, now we're going into my wheelhouse of DMC. Yes, I did.
And did you also know that Dante was featured in 3 video games that aren't in his franchise?
I know one of the Marvel vs. Capcom. Can't remember what the other one was.
Okay, 4 games. Sorry.
Zing.
Because he's featured in 2 Marvel vs. Capcoms. Then there's Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne.
Oh yeah.
And then there's Monster Hunter World.
That one I knew about. I forgot about Nocturne.
But that's where featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series comes from.
Look, my brain only sometimes half brains, okay?
And
These are
there we go.
late night shows if you're on the East Coast. I think all half-braining can be blamed on the EPs.
Ooh, wasn't he also in Beautiful Joe? I think. I want to say he was. Oh, that's a game I haven't thought about.
Where's DE Cosmic when you need him?
Right?
Oh, Beautiful Joe runner, DE Cosmic, as well as DMC runner, DE Cosmic, as well as future competitor with Oscar 424 at SGDQ for The Bouncer.
With Dynamite Dan. You did the true.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Project X Zone.
Oh,
why haven't you ported that yet, Nintendo?
Who's that friend we just rolled by?
Yeah.
Remember Birkin from earlier, the person that we fought that I shot 2 rockets at? Yeah, he's evolving.
Oh, like a Pokemon.
Welcome to Birkin 2, where you can't actually kill him until that hits him.
Birkin 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Because like you're about to see, I'm about to wail on this man with so many rockets.
Well, while you're wailing, let me just remind people. See, do you hear this banter? You want to get involved with this banter in the GDQ community? You should be joining the official GDQ Discord and adding this awesome hotfix role so you can stay in the loop on all the events, chat with staff, and more, and hang out with some two really awesome people like Pippi and Top Hat and Abby's Corner. So best friends in chat, !Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more info. And I will have you know, I pointed at my camera that's currently covered right now that nobody can see because that's what I do at 11:33 at night.
Don't we all do that at certain points of the day?
That's me every point of day.
I love it when I go like, I don't know, it's like, you know, like that, and then I realize that nobody can see me, and it's like, well, I was demonstrating a size, but just judge it based on the tone of my voice. You'll figure it out. It indicates a size a little bit. You can't see my hands to see what I was. It's okay, don't worry.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, hi, Sherry. I look away when suddenly the rocket launcher is replaced with Sherry.
Yeah, we have rescued her. Now we're taking her to her mother at the lab.
Fair.
Alternative
AKA
rocket
called
launcher.
Ness.
Oh no, that's just a rocket launcher.
Yeah, it's rocket launcher. Also, you haven't seen me do this yet.
Are you mixing a cocktail in the rocket launcher?
It's a big cocktail.
Is this Claire Flare right here?
Oh, and we got her
Also,
change of clothes.
Oh.
Nope. So the context for the jacket is Claire's original outfit, or default outfit. She wears a jacket and then gives it to Sherry. So that's where that came from. The game, I guess, just keeps it around in negative space, even if you're using a different costume.
Impressive that she could carry around an entire coat. In how big are those pockets?
We're not going to talk about that. Also, in terms of the Claire Flare earlier, it was mentioned that she was mixing a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, that's what makes the rocket launcher go off. I do love me.
We get to ignore all these zombies.
What a privilege.
However, we have to be careful. Whoa, Claire, what are you doing? Why are you going back down? We have to be careful when going back through because they will be sitting by the door, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. We're currently getting the level 2 brace. Also, hello, either Gallahan or Freya. I don't know which dog that was, but I know it was
Freya.
one of them.
That was Freya. She went from sleep to Bork in about 2 seconds.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
I live in fear of the day when one of my speedruns is gonna get interrupted by a rogue pupper entering my room and having to go, well, you're not supposed to be up here. It happens, just hasn't happened while streaming yet.
Yeah.
We keep rolling the dice.
I've given up. Like, I could shut the door and yeah, you'll still be able to hear him. So it's like, all right, you two loaves of bread on twigs, have fun.
Oh, wait, no, I was supposed to hit the button first.
No.
So the B scenario has a much shorter lab as well, because you'll notice I picked up the power mic thing. I don't know what they are. I've never seen them in real life. Don't ask me about electronics. I'm sorry. And you pick it up here instead of backtracking through this area. So it's like, hooray. Also, Leon's lab is much shorter than Claire's because Claire has to go back to Sherry at the end, whereas Leon will get a nice little cutscene warp straight to the elevator and not have to worry about any of that. And also, when it comes to a door coming up, he can just walk to it. He just has to not get murdered by Mr. X. So right now we have a code, which is 2048.
Those look like numbers.
And
Yeah.
I'm just
I can do
using
that.
phone logic here. That's all. Phone logic. Because, 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., and then 0. Trust me, guides will call the 0 a 10, and I'm like, have you never seen a phone? What?
Listen, it's 2025. Phones are scary.
Listen, okay, I've been arguing for the last 15 years that phones shouldn't exist anymore, but that's neither here nor there. Because they still
Valid.
exist. And they shouldn't.
It's pretty valid. I don't know how much different my life would be if I didn't have the option of getting bored and playing Sudoku at any time.
So, as the resident person that feels very attacked right now, sitting at 40 years old, and lived in a time when beepers and pagers were new and shiny. we had this one thing called touching grass. That's all we had. The occasional stick or kickball. That's all we had. Okay, we had more than that, but
Asuka acting like she's like a million years older than I am, and it's like, Asuka, I'm 34, okay?
I'm the baby. I'm 27.
well, we might need a backup host. I'm gonna wither away to dust right now. Excuse me.
I'm the same age as the concept of Pokemon.
I am the same age as the Nintendo Entertainment System.
I'm the same age as the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay. First of all, how dare?
Listen, we were doing a bit. It's fine.
I don't know what Murph is, but can we set it to Murph?
But it's Earth.
But I want to set it to Murph.
I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to all the League of Legends players from back the time when Earth was awesome and existed. Specifically when it existed.
I played League of Legends for about 3 months in 2012. I can't say I know when Earth existed, but
Galahad was actually an official mascot for one of their skin lines.
oh,
Like I was commissioned to do a costume for Galahad for it was Corky. So like I'll have to dig up a picture of it.
that's incredible.
And he got to be out the face of that skin for League of Legends for a while. It was like, my dog is more famous than me. All right, here we go. It's fine. I've accepted my fate.
But now you've been on multiple mainline GDQs, and now you're more famous than your dog.
No, the dogs are still more famous. I'm not going to kid myself there. That's why I put on myself. I'm the chauffeur to 2 corgis. That is my lot in
I
life.
appreciate that in this evil lab full of zombies, they still have very well maintained plants, and also some less well maintained. These plants in this room seem a little bit overgrown, but you know what? That just means that they're healthy and flourishing.
I mean, they are trying to kill me.
Angry, healthy, and flourishing.
Yeah.
And now the plants are dead.
Oh, well.
Because we needed to get upgrade number 3, so that way we can get to the level 3 area.
The potted ones too?
No comment.
You know what? I can't judge because I also struggle to keep a succulent alive. So
I struggle to keep plastic plants alive. So.
Don't worry, we're just risking it like a biscuit over here with that guy just being alive and me just going, hi, I almost touched you. I decided to play a game of I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Fair.
I'm not touching you. A rocket launcher might be though. Please don't make me hit you with the rocket launcher.
What could possibly go wrong?
That also implies that you're like smacking them with the actual rocket launcher, which like I never considered a rocket launcher as a melee weapon before, but you know what? It would probably also be pretty effective. I'm also just now considering that you pulled out that key card and the rocket launcher disappeared.
The magic rocket launcher.
How big are these pockets?
Yes.
Well, you see, if I was wearing her default outfit, as I, for some reason, just decided to put that in, it would be on her back. But when you don't wear the default costume, it doesn't do that. Don't ask me why. There we go. I always hate the AWS because it always wants to be a pain when solving it.
Is that one just more difficult than the other ones, or is it just that one's specifically out to get you?
I mean, I haven't scienced it, but I'm just going to say it's the more difficult out of the four that you get.
No, that's fair. We'll allow that.
I mean, it definitely
It's funny
looked
because
more awkward.
Because Leon steals the virus, Claire gets the antivirus. And it's like, but they're in the same spot? What? Again, the game, if you play it back to back, both scenario, like both characters, makes no sense at all. Anyway, here's Birkin 3. I really like his design.
He had an
He's now dead again.
evolution line.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna run into him another 2 times.
Oh, that's a pretty long evolution line right there, I think.
Can it be said that in a lot of the Resident Evil games, eyes are usually weak points? Because I'm noticing a trend with bosses in Resident Evil.
Except for Wesker. Wesker doesn't have an eye. He just has a glowing orange orb.
Oh, yeah, fair.
I'm sorry, Resident Evil as produced by Grezzo.
Love it.
This has been a Zelda joke. I'm sorry. They really
So now we get the...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, they really for this remake seem to have put a lot of effort into making these very pretty cutscenes that you keep skipping. I love speedruns. Anyway, continue. What were you guys saying, Happy?
At least they're skippable, unlike certain other games. Looking at you, games with unskippable cutscenes.
Where did that child come from?
So,
it's the one that I carried. Remember when I was...
She
was in Claire's pocket this whole time.
Oh my god.
No, she was lying on a bed, and then I ran back, gave her the antivirus, and now she's fine. And in the future, she's gonna have superpowers. She comes back in Resident Evil 6 with superpowers.
That's true.
Fun fact, almost every Resident Evil protagonist has some sort of superpower. Jill has a superpower because she was infected. Leon has a superpower because he was infected with Las Plagas. Claire gets a superpower because she got infected with something. I forget what she gets infected with and when she gets infected. The only one that doesn't is the only one who isn't is Chris, because Chris is a loser. Chris Redfield is a loser who should have been murdered by Wesker. Hashtag Wesker was right.
So that is
just
at
crystal
Abby's
clear.
corner.
Hot
I do
takes.
not like Chris.
Yes, it's not a Resident Evil without a countdown. It's Chris punches rocks.
Which he shouldn't have been able to.
Chris's superpower is friendship. Chat, I want to see what is Chris's superpower. Friendship is a good one.
So at this point, if you were playing as Leon, Mr. X would have just dropped down and he would have been in insta-kill mode. And then you could just go through the door. For Claire, we have to wait for Sherry to get all the way over there and open the door. This is why Claire is longer. For this part only. Yay, Lab Claire. And yet somehow my PB is shorter than my Leon time. Shows you how much running and caution can save.
Also, Chris's power is plot armor.
It's a pretty good superpower.
That's a good.
honestly.
That is a really strong superpower.
Plot device, Mr. Photo. Plot device. No one's gonna understand that reference, and I'm okay with that.
I thought it was funny anyway, so you know what? I don't need to understand the reference. Oh, that man's on fire. Now he's more on fire.
And missing a leg.
Oh,
Would that technically make him less on fire?
there's less of him, but what there is might be even more on fire. It's a give and take.
It might balance out, yeah.
I would take the time to assess it, but there's like a big scary countdown timer. And despite being a speedrunner, I still find timers very scary.
Don't we all?
That's fair. Legendary frog reference.
Oh my god, somebody knew what it was! Yay! Ring goes on, ring goes up, ring goes
Is this like a Newgrounds era thing?
Oh god.
I never saw it on Newgrounds, but I saw it in 2003.
I was graduating college in that year. No, I was graduating high school. I graduated high school in that year. Ooh, who is this friendo?
Birkin 4. No, you may not climb up the wall.
Is this the Mega Evolution?
What kind of developmental stone does it take to evolve, or does it evolve with friendship?
It looks like friendship because it looks like he wants a hug.
Oh.
I mean,
What if I told you he evolves with hatred? And then, of course, because we're on the B scenario, guess who's about to make another appearance?
So you really wanted a Birkin 3, and then you traded it, and then it evolved with hatred because you traded it.
And here's Birkin 5.
Oh, that is unsettling.
Right? The first time I saw this, I was like, oh boy.
That man is stringy bubblegum. And he's also like infecting the floor. Everything okay? I think he's becoming the room, not the movie.
I was about to say, oh hi Birkin. Good doggy.
I'm really excited to hear Birkin 5's Tommy Wiseau impression.
I might put that on as my
And that's the run.
GG! You have defeated Tommy Wiseau Birkin. Oh, that was an absolute treat.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, he's now broken. Oh,
Would you like to tell the fine people where they can find you?
Yes, Pippi, where can they find you? What are you currently playing?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I think Abby needs to breathe first.
Abby needs a moment. Hi, I'm Pippi. I wear a top hat. Yes.
What are you currently playing?
The Phantom Hourglass, I think. It also has a timer and is also very scary. It involves FedEx. It's gonna be shown off at GDQ by not me, but you should watch that too.
And I think that's on Thursday morning because that's the run right after. That's Shasta's run right after Bouncer. That's how I know that.
Yes, it's Thursday morning at like 10 a.m. local time or something like that. Tune in, hang with us. It'll be really fun. Game's adorable. If you like, if you think that a 7-pixel tall Link can be cute, then you'll love it. How's breathing going, Abby?
It's going good. You can also find Pippi at twitch.tv/Pippi in a top hat. You should go follow her because The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is also a thing that she does. Really well, might I add, Miss Top 10.
This sounds like lies. I think instead you should go follow at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. It's a corner that Abby lives in, and she runs so many games. And, like, consistently, I'm impressed that she learns games in like, you know, the 15 minutes that I left my computer.
Didn't you hit a milestone recently with the amount of games you run? Or you might have runs you posted?
I mean, I've officially been speedrunning for 4 years.
Yay! Jeez.
And I do run like 50 games, but that's been for a while.
Still.
And also, this was GDQ appearance number 25.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Yes, also you should follow Oscar424 because she's amazing and running the bouncer at SGDQ.
That just worked.
And runs a game with toilet paper.
Yes, and runs a game with toilet paper, as well as Devil May Cry. Yes, indeed. But yeah, you can usually see me currently running a game where I launch a finger at trash. That's not a joke. It's a living pinky finger that I shoot trash at. It's called Promise Mascot Agency. It's pretty great. It also has Legend of Zelda voice actors in it.
Do it. So thank you both so much. I love having y'all on, and it's so fun and so wholesome and amazing. And even with creepy Tommy Wiseau Birkin at the very end, give GG's one more time to Abby, to Pippi for an amazing, amazing showcase of Resident Evil 2. Claire B, not second, B. But when we come back, we are going to be shifting gears one more time to go from zombies and puzzles. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the final episode, the final run of this episode of Express Lane. Before I hand that on over, I have one thing I have to really quickly say is that, Black and Flash's Summer Speedrunning Celebration, which is Juneteenth, is going to be live on the GDQ channel from June 19th through the 22nd. So, best friends in chat, you know what I'm going to say. Type Juneteenth in the chat if you want the full schedule, and visit gdq.gg/BAF if you want to learn how you can join the Black and Flash community. Now, I've been kind of playing fast and loose with the rule of twos, and looking at this run, I'm just gonna say there's no duo I think of more than Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the International Crime Syndicate. So that's what we're gonna watch, and we are going to be turning this over to Hockey Babbler so we can watch the all spells category of this mouthful of a title. Hello, friend.
Hey there, Asuka. Thank you so much for having me on Hotfix here on Express Lane. I'm so excited to be here and to share the legally distinct Wizard Boy joy with everyone watching. I'm here with Nerd Squared, who is better at this game than me and who is a wonderful human.
Too, not to downplay it.
Yeah, no, I'm not here to self-deprecate or anything, but Nerd Squared is amazing and is here to help me explain some of the chaos that you're going to to see in this very short run.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff going on in about 5 or so minutes. Hopefully.
Hopefully. A lot of things can go wrong, too, which makes this run very, very fun.
Yeah. Whenever you are ready to go for some secret agents and crime syndicates.
Thank you very much. Time does not begin until the fade in after the opening cinematic. And I think to really paint a picture of what this world is like, I'd like for you to watch the opening cinematic. So I am going to let it play. It is a short one.
Wizard Boy was a normal boy wizard, about to start his first year at wizard school, until he received a letter from MI6, the National Intelligence Agency. Wizard Boy, said the letter, dark things are afoot at wizard school. We've received intelligence that Professor Grumblemort is the leader of Spider, the infamous international crime syndicate, and we need you to investigate. And so Wizard Boy arrived at wizard school, ready to unearth the criminal secrets hiding within its walls.
I'd better stay undercover.
So please meet Legally Distinct Wizard Boy. He is our wonderful friend. We're going to pick up our first spell, which is Prodify. Does exactly what it says on the tin and prods things. We're also going to pick up this weird face. Don't worry about it. Did I miss? I missed, didn't I? There we go. We can do this again. There we go. All right. And our wonderful friend Angela is about to make an appearance here at the top of this hallway. She looks so tired, though. I think I'm going to help her take a nap.
Oh, jeez.
Now, you may have noticed she exploded in a cloud of cookies. That is because the currency in this game is wizard biscuits. Of course. What else could it possibly be?
Makes sense.
This crystal ball will help us with potion making. Potions are a fun system that you don't get to see much of in this run. You do get to see one potion get made, and it's the speed potion. Of course it is. You can use even your fellow students as potion ingredients. It is a little bit gruesome, but very fun.
Because that's a thing.
Of course, yeah. Who doesn't make their classmates into potions? Very normal.
It's totally fine. Everything is fine.
Oh no, there was someone behind that door.
Rip.
R.I.P. You may have heard them go. There's our second spell. That's Flambelio. It's hiding in the secret passageway. We want to make sure that we are immediately not using it because I have done that before where I just set this little cabinet that I'm trying to get through on fire. This is probably one of the most dangerous parts in the game, which makes zero sense. It's the goblets that have killed me so many times. And I think Nerd can attest to this as well.
Yeah, because as you're trying to break open that cabinet.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Uh-oh.
That's the second most dangerous thing in the game.
It begins.
So, what happened there was there's a bully in the Goblet Lounge library who, once he is fixated on his bullying target, will not bother you even if you hit him in the face, because he is so dedicated to bullying. However, if he notices you come in before he starts bullying the poor kid that's hiding behind a table, he will murder you. So, you know, obviously, you gotta, oh, he has noticed me again. Okay, so this is it's just a matter of being careful.
Oh, lovely.
Well, please don't. Thank you. Sir, please do not. Okay.
Okay, we're out of here.
It's fine. It's fine. We're good. It's good. It's fine. It's totally fine. Thankfully, he sticks to the Goblet Lounge. He will not bother me anymore. That was Perambulate. It makes things move. It is very handy. I use it a lot in the speed run because why walk to things when you can make things walk to you?
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, the only problem with moving at this... Oh, no. As I was saying.
Oh my god.
The only problem with moving at that speed is that occasionally you run into issues like, oh dear, I can't really control the twitch on this, so I guess I just got to get lucky. So here we are, now that we have Perambulate, it's a little bit faster. Now you may be wondering, Babs, why are you backtracking? You already got this shape. Well, the only shape that resets its location upon death is, of course, this most annoying one to get to, is the sphere. Sir, thank you so much. And so I have to go back and get it, unfortunately, since I died. That's fine, though. This is normal. We do this all the time, and it wouldn't be a Secret Agent Wizard Boy run if it weren't for some absolute... Oh, dear. We're going to have a bad time. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're not going to have a bad time. We're going to have a great time. We're going to run through the lasers again. This is one of the most terrifying parts of the game, and it's not because of the rockets that are getting fired at you. It's because of the flaming debris that is coming at your face.
You are instilling as much confidence in me as I instill in confidence in people when I'm having the same reaction to the dumpster fires I run.
It's very fine. It's very normal. This game is a bit of a dumpster fire, and that is as it should be. Now, previously, excuse me, sir. Previously, the tactic here was, okay, I have to move the painting first. Previously, the tactic was I would surf on a large desk, but it's just faster to jump. So I found that earlier today.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's new strats. Sir, thank you. Oh my gosh, gravity has murdered me?
Yeah, if you fall too high, you just die from fall damage.
That's okay. We have alternatives. We're pathing on the fly here. Now you may notice I'm not going to the end of the hallway to get one of the speed potions because they're gone now. So I have to go to an alternative. That's fine. See, this is why we have a 10-minute estimate, despite the fact that my world record, that's been smashed by Nerd, is 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So yeah.
I love how this has gone from all spells to oh my %.
It's gone to oh no. It's fine. This is fine.
Oh no, okay. Percent is this game in a nutshell. Let's be real.
Basically, yes.
Fair.
We have alternatives now that we have Bigify, however, so it's fine. Oh, come on, mate. Why, sir?
Oh my God.
I hope I don't get a game over before finishing it.
Yeah.
It's fine. This is fine.
This is
Nerd, do you
fine.
want to talk about how often things like this happen in this game?
Yeah, to shed a bit more light on that game over mechanic, there is like a 7-day progression system. You know, because we're in a school, it takes place over the 7 days of a week. And whenever you die, you get sent to the next day. And when you get to the last day and you die, it's a game over. So,
can you, in theory, then complete the game in like the first day, or do you have to progress everything to the final day to finish the game?
You can absolutely complete the game in the first day, and normally when you don't have skill issues. You know what? We're gonna reroute on the fly. I think we can reroute on the fly. We got this.
Yeah.
We get to run past the Student Crusher 9000, one of my favorite parts of this school. We're not going to see it in this run, but it's very fun. It will smush you. There's a student right there who says that there's students always getting crunched here, and it's very annoying, and he's right. Alrighty. So,
totally normal things happening in this school.
Totally normal. This is a very normal school with very normal things happening in it. Okay. We're going to, instead of trying to risk the Goblet Lounge, we're going to take the marathon safe route and make another potion here. Thankfully, there are other places to make potions because it is a wizard school after all. Why wouldn't there be?
Nice.
So we have alternatives.
Bigify.
No, mate. Okay, sir, please do not.
Bigify.
Thank you. There we go. That's what we want to see. Hooray! Now we can Noom the way that we intended to. Please? Okay, we're going to hide in this corner a little bit because the student has aggroed us. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
It's a little difficult when you have to zoom these, if you can tell.
There we go.
Nice.
Get hecked, my friend. Okay, so.
Yes.
We have defeated bullies.
We have defeated. So I like to say that I'm a walking skill. Gravity does not matter at this school, apparently.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes.
That's another thing that just happens sometimes, is that the shapes don't all fall down because sometimes the shapes don't want to deal with gravity. They're like, not today. I'd like to stay up, please.
Yeah, and something I just want to point out too, you notice right there when she fell and she picked up that fall damage decrease? That's right next to a point where you're guaranteed to die from fall damage because Ducky is a dang troll.
Fair.
Tell them a little bit about Ducky and some of the prior games that John Shemansky has made.
Yeah, he's made such gems as My Friendly Neighborhood, which you may have seen a couple of times in GDQ in the past, and this is follow-up, which I definitely think is definitely a good follow-up in my view.
I love that.
It's a great follow-up, and it's a great spiritual, like, you know, sequel to Wizard Boy stuff. If you miss the Wizard Boy but don't want to support the bad Wizard Boy, the good Wizard Boy is here to tell you that you are loved exactly as you are.
Yeah, because this game is actively in early access right now. So what you're seeing here isn't what's going to be in the future releases. There's going to be more stuff added, which is pretty cool.
You're gonna try not to get murdered by a statue? Oh, sir, please, can you? Okay, come on out, come on out, come on. Come at me. Haha, too slow. Gotta be faster to get me.
Hey.
All right, duck for luck and time will be when it fades to black and time. There we go.
That was so scuff in the best way.
I love this so much.
This was the most scuffed run. I had some incredibly terrible luck during my warm-ups, and so I said before this run, I was like, either this is going to be the cleanest run I've ever had, or it's going to be absolutely cursed. And of course, I got absolutely cursed.
But here's the thing. Here's the key point. Your underestimate.
Wow, I'm still underestimate.
Wow, nice.
You are underestimate by almost a minute, so you are good.
Wow.
Fantastic. I'm so glad I'm underestimate because this game, I mean, it's such a delight, and I'm so glad that I got to show it off a bit. There are so many things that you don't get to see in the All Spells speedrun. There are so many fun collectibles. There's so much silliness. And this game is a game that is meant to be broken. It is the cost of a very fancy coffee drink at Fancy Coffee Drink Place. So, you know, you could pick this game up for the cost of a fancy coffee drink and also be running this game, because it's basically for All Spells and All Collectibles, just me and Nerd running it right now.
Nice.
I do want to say that if you had asked me 6 months ago if I would ever be a speedrunner, I would have told you absolutely not. I don't have the patience. So I want to tell everybody who's watching this right now, you can do this. I am a walking skill issue, and I currently technically hold the world record for All Spells, although Nerd is going to be getting it as soon as that's verified. So, this, you can do it. If I can do it, then you can do it. If this walking skill issue of a human being can still manage to route and play this deliciously ridiculous game, it just takes the right game, and you can do this too.
Yeah, it's a very accessible run to learn. Like, you don't have to do all spells like she just did. To any percent in this game was literally half a minute.
It is a very, very short run.
Nice.
And I just wanted to show off a few of the spells while we're saying goodbyes here. I wanted to show off a few of the very silly spells in this game. There is, of course, Doppelo, which duplicates things, and then Bigify, which makes things bigger. With these things together, as I'm saying goodbye here, I'm just going to make this missile very big so that you can admire how cute it looks.
Well, in the meantime, both of you, where can people find you right now? What are you currently playing, and any other additional shout outs? Go for it.
Nerd, go first.
Yeah, so I already mentioned him earlier, but shouts to Ducky for making this gem of a game. We've seen his work in the past with My Friendly Neighborhood and how fun those can be, and this is, like I said, a worthy follow-up, so definitely looking forward to what comes out in the future early access versions. As far as what I'm working on right now, I'm kind of in a limbo waiting for a GDQ where I'll be running Finding Frankie. That's my Finding Frankie run a couple months ago on this very show.
And I'm on Twitch streaming mostly this game. When I'm streaming games, I'm also doing a very terrible playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I'm a variety streamer. I have sort of stumbled into it. I feel like this is big enough to say goodbye to the NPC tracker. You'll notice the code number ends in 007, a fun little shout out. I can still pick it up even though it's so big. I can even still throw this non-magical missile. It's gonna break my computer. Enjoy. Thank you all so much for watching this beautifully broken game with me. I love it so much. I love the slideshow that we're going to watch. I love the spaghettification that happens to Wizard Boy. And whoever you are and wherever you are right now, you are needed in this world. And I am glad that you're here. Just like I'm glad that Wizard Boy is here.
I am glad. I am glad that both of you are here. So everybody, GG's one more time for Hockey Babbler Nerd Squared and that fantastic run of Secret Agent Wizard Boy at the International Crime Syndicate. Right now, friends, that's it. That's all we got for today's episode of Express Lane. But do not worry, because in case you missed out on anything from Hidden Heroes, the show before us, or Express Lane, we got you covered. We're going to just replay both shows after this. And then if you want to tune in tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can see the next episodes of both Crosshair and Speedruns from the Crypt. So until next time, I'm Oscar424, and I'll see you later in the